Back in September 2020, we sold our house in the UK, then moved to Normandy in France, where we bought an ancient French farmhouse with various outbuildings, including an old barn, a small cottage with 2 woodlands, and 3.5 acres of pastured land in a beautiful national park area. Follow us on our journey as Budo and I renovate the farmhouse, manage our land, and take on many projects for you to enjoy. Let the fun begin.
Hello my lovelies, welcome to Caravan Corner.
Bonjour everyone, we hope you had a lovely Easter.
Yes, we did.
Just wanted to start by saying again, like we do every Caravan Corner, thank you to everyone for your good wishes for a happy Easter.
Yep.
And also for all your lovely comments saying that you're really looking forward to seeing the progress not only of the house and of the garden. It means so much, and some of the comments are so long that I have to, if I'm answering on the mobile, I have to actually have Budo's mobile next to me so I can keep going back, because I like to try and answer as much as I can. So thank you again.
I think we say that because we actually, a part of the most exciting part of all this, I suppose the filming's a little laborious, but the actual comments and reactions from people is quite interesting. It makes you...
It's very diverse as well, isn't it?
You're looking forward to when they start coming in, because they start to come in after half an hour or whatever, and you start getting the comments and the people's reactions, and it's just lovely to read. It's one of the most exciting parts of all this journey we're doing in terms of the YouTube part of it.
To know what the rest of the world actually thinks about what we're doing.
And the fact that you got Canada, America, Australia, all around the world watching, as well as
England,
Europe. But this week I've been, I've started the windows. So I've started making the box sash windows. They're all being made in oak. I'm making them in. I go into some fine details on the boxes I'm making, and you'll see that as we go through this week. But obviously it's not a quick project when you make something like that. It takes a week or so to get the windows made up for me to do that. But the filming segments will take a couple of weeks. So you'll get some this week on the boxes, and then next week you'll see them. So you'll have to tune in to next week. That's a definite.
We're going to hold that back.
Yeah, and you'll get the next phase of as I put the boxes together, and the things we're trying to get a nice balance between these. I'm going to call them English box sash windows, right? And a French style, which is a French style where they have 3 long panes and twos like that, next to each other, and their windows open in. Yeah. I'm going to still try and capture that look, but on a box sash window that moves up and down. All right, so you'll see that as it goes along. And the reason I'm on them is because we had this issue with the water we talked about coming in. It's summer now. But if we do get a deluge of rain and that, it just comes in and it spoils the work you're doing inside. So I'm going to focus on getting these 4 windows made. That's the 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom where I made the shutters, and 1 at the back. Yeah. And then when they're done, I then go on to the shutters, because they will keep the rain out for us. Yeah. And then we can really focus on our bedroom and get that right, and then we're going in.
Yeah, we are in there, 100 miles an hour. We'll be through that front door. But what we're going to do is obviously paint the outside of the window, but probably all the internal side. So the front face, the window you see in all the rooms, I think we're going to oil them, aren't we?
We're going to go for oil and see. At the end of the day, when you oil any oak or any good woods that can absorb the oil, you find that it becomes like a sealer, a primer.
Yeah.
And you always remember this, if you're going to do it, always use boiled linseed oil, not just raw.
Yeah.
It needs to be boiled, because boiled dries quicker and it dries a bit harder, right? And it creates a water barrier, if you like. So even if you oil them and then you come down the road a few months and you think, oh, I'm not sure of that, they're a little bit dark, I don't like it, you can paint straight over, and you've given it belt and braces, really. You've protected it even better. So you'd put a primer on top of your oil,
definitely.
undercoat, top coat, and you're finished. And you're going to have it something that's going to last a very long time.
But we think that will look nice with the because all the doors around the house are going to be the same as what's on the shower room, and obviously you're seeing the video where I'm started oiling the door. So I think that will be a nice marriage, won't it? The oil on the windows, but you know, like you said, if we're not happy with it, then we can change it.
But I think it's going to look nice, because
I do.
the doors are oiled,
yeah,
like you say, and there'll sort of be a balance within the rooms of, so you're still getting that,
it out a
you're
bit,
getting that cottagey farmhouse country feel, as opposed to stark white, stark painted everything. You know, it's nice to break it up a little bit with wood.
Nice.
And wood is so rich and warm. It glows in the evenings,
and especially oak.
And oak is beautiful when it's oiled. So that's the road we're going down now. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for the next few weeks, is the windows. And we'll try and slot in some gardening segments. Sorry, Trey. We'll try and slot in some gardening segments, so you can follow us along on our garden and how it's going forward as well, because we're going to try and put in 2 or 3 hours twice a week after we've done work in the day here into the garden as well, so we can get that balance of doing everything. We're not going to grow everything we want this year, because next year when we're growing, we want to be self-sufficient with food, right? So we'll be growing all our vegetables, never buying no more, and also we'll be moving into things like chicken, cob chickens for eating, and
layers
we'll have for the eggs. Then we'll move into guinea fowl, ducks, and geese, possibly some turkeys, but that's all later on, coming on next year. We're
just going to start off with the bare essentials this year of things that we're going to need, and in probably next week's video they'll see us doing all our seeds as well. We're going to save that for next week's video.
Next week we'll do a bit of the seeds and start planting some seeds. And we're a little bit late on the seed side for certain things, but we will get some out there and get another row done, and the compost is coming when I go and pick it up. It's all there waiting for me, but I need 2 lifetimes to get everything.
Not enough hours in the day.
Not enough time.
But I've done the painted the colour on the chateau wall and on the architrave, because you made architraves, and Budo's also made pilasters. Well, you can have pilasters on the top of an
architrave. They're called bosses,
and
then you've got your pilasters on the bottom,
on the bottom. So I've painted them. I primed and undercoated and gave the top coat of the colour, so that's going to be on the chateau wall as well, and you'll see that in this week's video. But it's lovely with the wallpaper. It really makes it feel nice and warm, so I think it's going to be a nice marriage in there, isn't there, of tones of different things.
So little things we're doing now, a little bit more technical. It's going to be a bit slower, but hopefully you don't lose your attention and you'll keep watching. And we'll keep going anyway, whatever, and you should enjoy it. So what do you think? Is that enough for our caravan corner this week?
That's it. I think, we've covered everything, haven't we?
Everything we've done this week, and we're moving forward too. So
have a good week, and we will chat to you guys soon. Au revoir.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi folks, this is me buddy's car, Adam, and he's going to collect that tomorrow because he's back to France. Just saw him go by. The neighbours next door to us, so he said he'll come over tomorrow and pick this up, because we've been looking after it for him. And look, let's show you what we've been up to today. Been right busy. Well, here we go. Don't know if you can notice it yet. No caravan. Uh-oh. Nah, still got the caravan. We've now moved it over to the house, next to the house, because we're going to use it as a makeshift kitchen for now. We'll still be in it for a bit, but we're getting closer to being in the house, so we've moved the caravan over here. Got the fire pit out, can have a little fire tonight, sit around that, because even though it's gone cloudy, it's quite mild. And I thought you'd like to see that. Bit of a mission to move it up there because it was on a hill, and I was just trying to get it all levelled off and levelled up, which it is now. And had a little bit of a clean up on it as well. Cleaned the outside because it had it was where it was under the trees, there was a bit of a bird's do all over it and things. But anyway, so I thought I'd show you these. These are the only two we brought over from the UK. This one needs repairing now. I'm going to put a new top on that. But these are my bee boxes that I built in England, and my bee system. Let me just open it up and show you. No bees in there at the moment, obviously, needs a clean out. So this is my system here. They're just vents. You can see all the propolis that's all over it from the bees that were in there before. We had to leave them back in England to another beekeeper. And, so it's still got wax foundation on the frames. Should already took that out, but never mind. Queen excluder. Oh, there's a stopping board. So this is a stopping board. Stops bees going further along. So if I want to concentrate them in one area, they come in here. They're flying, and then underneath I have like a mesh under here, a door that I can open and shut and clear out. Anyway, someone's ringing me. But this is going up on the main field. But I'll show you that, more of that later. Well, as promised, guys, the bluebells are starting to come up. I thought I'd give a little video of them for you, so you can enjoy them. Don't know what variety they are, but we call them bluebells. They're pretty, smell nice as well. Got like a slight fragrance to them, which I like. But they just started popping up now the last few days, so there you go. Enjoy them. Hi folks, so today is the day I start to make these, the windows. Let me flip you around, it'll be easier. Okay, these are the windows I'm going to be making. These are called box sash window sliders. You've seen these in one of my older videos, but today I'm actually going to make them. So where the process starts when you make anything like this in joinery is you have to get your sections first. So you these parts, you know, the pulley styles made up, the inside faces, all your materials made up, basically all your section and profiling. So I make all that up first, then I make up what we call a working rod, which is it's all these dimensions in a two-dimensional plane, if you like, so I can work to a rod. And the thing about these windows is they're not that complicated to make, and they are a little bit time consuming because of the processes you have to go through, but if you know joinery, they're not that complicated to make. But this is what we're going to be starting with. So I'll give you a little pan around these, or this. And that was just a sample window I made, just to give us an idea of where we're going at. So we're going to go for this configuration. We think at the moment, still going to go for it for a centre rail down the centre, to give them long panes like you get in France. You get these long panes within the their window systems. The only difference is they open in and these slide up and down, really. There is a little bit of difference in the look, obviously, but these are much more practical for me and for us, and especially for when our grandchildren come over. because they're very low sills on this house of all the windows, and I would hate to have any of my grandchildren fall out of the windows. God forbid. But anyway, so this is where we're going with this one. We can make these more security. We can lock them up with the locking systems like I showed you. Anyway, I'll take you through this process for not every little detail, obviously, because you'll get bored out your head. But I'll show you, you know, sections of it. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Segments, if you like, of how I go along making this. So first thing you'll see me is make up all the section stuff for the boxes. The boxes are more important than the sashes, believe it or not, because the boxes have to be right within their spaces and their dimensions, and then the sashes I make to fit the boxes, if you like. Anyway, hope you enjoy this one. I've cut all the planks for 4 windows. Okay, I'm going to make 4 box sash windows first. So 3 at the front, 1 at the back. This is all oak. Okay, so out of each plank I get a face and a pulley style, and then on the extra ones I get the inside face and so on and so on. So each set of 3 boards here, okay, you see, gives me a window. Okay, and then these will be the heads over here. So these will be the heads and the you know, face, pulley style, and then back or inside face. Okay, I just thought I'd show you that. That's oak. That's the next stage. So I've cut them all to length, and now I'll get ready to start planing them up, getting them squared off, and then start putting some profiles and mouldings on, grooving out for the parting bead, and then cutting in the pulley styles, which are the wheels in the sashes, on the boxes I mean, sorry. Right, just going upstairs, see how Tracy's getting on. Door's looking nice, isn't it? Now I've put all the architrave round everywhere. Just got to do a bit of light filling. I'll put some base or pilasters, if you like, on the bottoms of the architrave. So Tracy's going to paint all them and fill them. Just give it a bit of a fanciness. Let's go and see how she's getting on. How are we doing, Trey?
We're doing well.
Oh, is this the colour?
Yes.
And I know what that colour is.
Yes.
Cottage cream.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, love it.
We thought it'd be
It's warm, isn't it? Yeah, warm.
With the wallpaper, that's only 1 coat though.
Yeah, 1 coat. So you've done your undercoats, haven't you? And
yeah.
That. So lovely, yeah, it's going to look good, isn't it?
I think that's going to look really nice.
It's dried up.
Clean the side of there. That's just what was on there before, but no, it just feels nice, doesn't it? Nice and bright. That's going to be on the architraves and on the skirtings
all the way around,
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got to go and get some wood for the skirtings because I've had to use all the oak up to making these windows. So,
yeah, that's
but
going to be beautiful.
one good thing is they won't rot.
No, I can't wait to start painting them. Last time I painted windows.
I think we're gonna in here though. We've decided, haven't we?
Yeah.
When we change these windows in here, which I'm making now, we're going to leave the insides oak,
yeah,
oiled, so it looks like the door.
Yeah.
And I'll just show you the door quickly, in case you forgot. Don't think you have anyway. But there you go. So it gets that finish on the windows, on the inside, and then we're going to paint. After you've done 3 coats of oil,
yeah,
we're going to paint the outsides the cottage cream again as well.
Yes, we are.
I think that'll look
that's
nice.
Only, this colour's only in this room. I've ordered old white, haven't I, for the rest of the house?
Yeah, that's all right, but it's only for this.
We need it to blend in with the wallpaper. We want it to be
Blended wallpaper and to make the room feel warm as well, like cosy.
So we were having a little I was having a conversation.
That's my throne chair, by the way. Throne chair.
I was having a conversation with Philippa Adams' girlfriend down the road.
Yeah.
Regarding the windows, because obviously it might be that we go for Roman blinds and just have the curtains like as a dress so they don't get used. You use the Roman blind, because the pole has to come right out here, doesn't it? You can't set the pole back and the curtains sit on the window seat. It's just not going to be right.
No, it's going to be tricky. So what I'll do is once we get these windows in, then down here I can put some panelling on the front of them and a nice oak top, oiled again, There's nothing nicer than when you have oak and it's oiled. You know, and all this, I can't stand all this, you know, when they really put the dark stains on and you can't see what it is. Or if you, some people actually burn it as well.
Yeah.
And
That's Japanese style. Though,
yeah, no, that's all right on cedar, but not on oak.
Yeah, that's nicer on shiplap, isn't it? On the outside of properties.
Yeah, outside. That's where because it was meant when you burn things like that, it's to make it outside, so it's longevity. But I like it that lighter, oaky, warm colour, you know.
Yeah, but I think we'll have to have a think about this because we have to be logical. When I either make Roman blinds, I'm not sure yet. It has to work, doesn't it? Because the last thing we do is sitting like this, and then the curtains are either side. Yeah.
But don't worry, we'll sort that out when we come to that. It's got we've got a little way to go yet.
Yeah, but you have to think about these things.
I know you have to think about them, but I just want to get the windows done first, so we can stop the water coming in.
Yeah.
And then we can start really going to town then.
Yeah.
Anyway, before I trip up on the ladder. On that note, we'll speak to you later. Okay, folks, right. So I've got all the oak run up now for the boxes. So we got this one, this size, and this size. This size is for the inside, which is that part there. Stands on the inside face. Let's stand the box up. Whoops. This one is for the outside. Okay, so this one goes on the outside like that. Okay, and this one is what we call the pulley style, which is this one in the middle, which goes across the width. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm just gonna put a round bead on here, which I'll show you in a minute, which will be the fronts, which you see. Sorry, this camera don't go very quick. Right, see on the front of the window, that front bead, this one here. And that's what I'm just about to run up now. Okay, so just a little brief on the beading again. So this is the front of the window, outside. And this is the bead I'm creating here, out of this section, this section of timber, yeah? So this is what I've done now. So I've created that bead on this oak. This is all in oak actually, and as you see, that's that part there, right, of the window. So I'm going to finish these off, these beads, run all these ones on this lot here, which is this section here of timbers. Okay, and this is enough to make up for the 4 windows I need, boxes. And then the next one will be these, which is the pulley styles, which will have a groove down the centre. And then when I assemble them, I'll be cutting a trap door in them as well to get the weights in and out. But that's later. I'll show you that. But yeah, I thought you'd like to see that bit there with the bead. It does create a lovely little feature there. And then if you look on the other side of the window, so that's your outside, and you've got your bead there. When you come to the inside, it creates the same visual look, but this is called a staff bead. This one, and this is a separate bead that comes on and off, if you like, and has a draft excluder at the back of it, and that gets fitted on. And what that does is that gives you access to the sashes in the future. So we take these beads off normally to take this sash out, take it off its cords, and then this bead here, which is the one I'm creating in the pulley styles, is the grooved one. This is called a parting bead, and you would take that out to get to this sash. And then let me just quickly show you this if I can. So when you open these, you can see a little slot here. Okay, and there's one up here. And what we do is we undo that screw, because this is off this bead. We undo that screw and that trap comes out. And that gives us access into there to get to the weights. All interesting stuff here. Okay then, right, I've now run up the bead on all the timbers over there, that way, and I've run up all the pulley styles. This is the groove that holds the parting bead in, okay? So basically that would be like that. That would finish something like that. That'd be this being the outside and the pulley style. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just toying with some architrave I ran up before. But when I do the fronts outside, I'm going to put some architrave on it, which is a little pretty little rounded architrave which came in on a job in the cottage in England. I'm going to put that on around the outside face just to soften that bland face, you know, that straight face there. And there's some other little things I'm going to tell you about when I get going. It's about the sash design that's got to try and match. I want to try and match it Frenchish. You'll see that as it comes along. Anyway, okay. There's a quickly there. Look, that's all I'm done. That's all these ready. So I can start building these 4 boxes. So we're back up again. Tracy's doing another door now. She's oiling. This is the door for the bedroom, yeah?
Yes, it is. I've oiled the underside, so I'm just going to wipe off the excess oil which I've put on.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to let this dry, or probably semi-cure for a day or 2. Then I'll turn it over again, repeat the process, and then this will be ready for you to hang.
Hang it again, yeah. Looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've done. I'll let you take a bit.
That's all right. I was just saying about the. So it looks like that one in the bathroom. You get that nice, warm, rich look with boiled linseed oil. Always boiled, never raw.
When you come up the stairs, that's when it's going to look really lovely with the furniture as well.
And I see you finished the painting.
Yes, well, 1 coat.
Oh, it's 1 coat, is it?
That's only 1 coat, but the last coat will go on just before we start
Trey, look.
papering.
I keep saying this, but this is my throne chair. Doesn't it look good against the panelling? What do you reckon?
No, that's not our dining room.
It's not. Oh, it's not going to go in the bedroom.
Actually, we wouldn't have the space.
It's lovely.
We're
This
looking
is
for another one, aren't we?
This is all made of oak as well. Beautiful, all hand carved. Beautiful. Really love it. Picked it up in France. Anyway, looking good, isn't it, Trey?
Yep, it's coming on. So
definitely. And you'll have that finished today, will you? Maybe.
This side, yeah, I'm just wiping off the excess now, so I'll leave that for a day too. So I've got other little jobs I want to get on with.
Yeah.
But once you've done the window, because we're oiling, aren't we, the inside?
Yeah.
And once the window's fitted, there's quite a lot of work, isn't there, going into
I'm just having a break from it now because I've been out here all day.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day as well.
Yeah.
Then once the window's fitted, then and the boxing in's done, then we can do the coving.
Yeah.
Then I can get on with doing the
Well, I should have start the boxes making them tomorrow, putting them together because I've run up all the materials.
Yeah.
But obviously we have to get our video out tonight.
Yeah.
This has to go ready tonight, so that'll have to. People have to tune in next week to follow along with the box sash windows that I'm making for here.
Can't give it all along, give it all away in one video.
Yeah, next week I'm going to give you and show you in the next video is how I create this look as well within a box sash window. So the 3 tiers of glass in a box sash window, you'll see that anyway.
But what are you trying to achieve as well? You're trying to get a bit of French and English style, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what you want to
I want it to be an well, what do you call it? English? I suppose it is English. Phoenician, English, American use them, but I want to get that functionality of a box sash window, which I think are much more superior in terms of keeping the water out. Definitely. Okay, but I also want to get that look where you've got this lovely French long windows with 2 or 3 3 panes normally in a line with 2 next to each other. So I want to sort of get a nice mix. Yeah. So when people in the street look up, they'll look at them and think, oh, they're French windows, but they won't know. No. You'll see.
You're just being sympathetic.
Sympathetic. Well, you've got to be. You're in France.
Obviously, that's your job to work these things.
Yeah, I'm going to try and work it the best I can, and it will come out right, I'm sure.
It is going to change the front of
that building. But every single window... No, well, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 windows in the house. There's 10 openings in total. But the 4 that are here all leak badly. Water comes in terrible. When it's raining, you can actually see it dripping in. It's mental. And
the little bit of the bottom part of the window, that's rotting away as well.
And the worst thing is these are modern ones. These are not that old, and they've got all draft seals around them and everything, rubber seals, and they still don't work. Anyway, that's by the by.
Looking forward to
you crack on with that. I'm going to have a sit down outside in the sun for 10 minutes and then I'll crack back on making them seals.
I'll join you in a minute.
All right then. Bye.
Bye.
Okay folks, quick summary of today. Finished now, it's the evening. So I've run up all the materials there for these boxes. That's all oak. I've actually made up these 4 parts down here, which are the seals. Well, going to be the seals. You'll see them as they go together. But you're going to have to tune in next week because we're going to have to film up tonight and put it up. But I just wanted to give you a little brief on, where we're at now. But next week you'll see me, in the next week's video, you'll see me putting together these boxes, ready to start measuring out for the sashes to make. And I've come up with a little idea to make the sashes in a particular way that it gives still that French look, if you like, from the outside, because the French, a lot of windows around here are 3 panes long by 2 panes wide, and I want to try and match that up. So I'm doing an offset set of sash construction, if you like. Let me just try and briefly give you an idea what that would mean. So if I pull up this box here, okay, so if you imagine that box, that's half and half. That's the mid rails. We call this the meeting rails, right? And they meet in the centre on a conventional box sash window, say in I don't know, UK, America, Northern Europe, Canada. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this rail so it comes up to here, 1/3 of the space, right? So this bottom sash will be 2 panes and the top sash will be a single pane, and this one will open the width of the 1 pane, if you like. But it's very hard to explain that if you don't know what I'm saying or meaning. But you'll see it go together, and it will look a lot better than just having it like this in France, if you understand, because they're in a lot of these. I've seen few houses with these on, but not a lot. Okay, so don't forget, tune in next week and you'll see me start to make all these boxes together as they're going to be, and then the week after it'll probably be the sashes.